Welcome to the Shift Your Story, Change Your Life podcast. I'm Allie Rose, certified clinical hypnotherapist and subconscious success coach. I help my clients stop self-sabotage and feel safe to create more wealth, worth, and wellness from within. If you find yourself stuck repeating the same unhelpful patterns in your life, health, business, or relationships, even after all the mindset work, this podcast is for you. Each week, you'll hear deep dives into the hidden beliefs shaping your life and live hypnocoaching sessions where someone shifts a block in real time. Because willpower isn't the problem, your subconscious story is. And when you shift it at the root, everything else begins to change. So let's dive in. Hello. Welcome back to the Shift Your Story, Change Your Life podcast. In today's episode, you're going to hear a live hypnocoaching session with Margaret. I want to give a content warning up front. We do briefly touch on the topic of childhood sexual abuse and past trauma. While nothing graphic is discussed, this episode may bring up big feelings, so please take care of yourself while listening or skip this one if you feel like it would be too activating for you. And if you or someone you know is struggling, please know that you're not alone. You'll find a list of U.S. and international support resources in the show notes. As always, with these sessions, you'll hear us move from conscious conversation into subconscious work. So for safety, some parts of the hypnotic portions of the session have been gently edited out, but you'll still hear the full heart of the session. Let's dive in. How are you feeling about being here today?
Anxious.
Okay.
I'm wondering the process, but just anxious.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about is it just because it's something that you've never done before?
Um, it's exactly what I told you in the message.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling myself, it's almost like I'm expecting to finally get through some of the stuff that I've struggled with for so long, but then I'm telling myself, don't get too excited.
Right.
So just the going back and forth mentally with that. And then, no, just the not wanting to expect too much, um, but then not wanting to prevent too much because I'm blocking it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand. Well, hopefully, we'll just go with whatever comes up, right?
Mhm,
And I trust in the process and I appreciate you putting your trust in me. And that's where I want to get some clarity from you.
mhm.
We're going to call it the part of you that is constantly pessimistic. Does that resonate or always negative or what feels most like it resonates for you?
So the my previous therapy session was like a big breakthrough. Before that, we had talked about the pessimism and always expecting the negative. I have a very bad habit of preparing myself to be disappointed. And so at my last therapy session, the more we talked about it, it kind of boiled down to as a child, never being prioritized.
Right.
And so now I struggle with prioritizing myself and thinking that I deserve or believing that I deserve good things. Um, my husband and I have been married for 27 years. And when I say he is the best human that I know, he truly is.
Mm-hmm.
And so after 27 years, I still question and doubt and struggle with accepting that he loves me, for who I am. When something happens to us
Right.
as a couple or to our family, I automatically believe it's because I'm the bad one and I deserve these bad things, whereas he doesn't deserve these things and I don't want bad things to happen that affect him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of like I just feel like I don't deserve these things. And that plays out with me when I do things for myself, when I start to work out.
Right.
Once I get into a good rhythm and routine, I start to feel better. I start to look better. I stop. And I'll make excuses about why I've stopped, but it's hard for me to then pick up and continue. And once I start to pick up weight again or start to feel bad again, then I get on to myself. Well, you know what to do, but you're not doing it. So there's a negative undertone in my self talk and how I treat myself because I I just don't feel like I deserve it.
Yeah. Okay. And so for our session today, do we want to focus on the part of you that doesn't believe you are worthy and deserving of good things? Or do we want to work on the part of you that is constantly negative? They might be the same part, but what do you want to call it?
Um, I think the part of not deserving,
Okay. Yeah.
because I think that that causes the negative
Right.
self-talk and all those things.
Right. Perfect. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So just tell me briefly. I know you had mentioned some things about family history, how you grew up, but just share a little bit more about that.
Mhm. I was my parents' only child.
Mhm.
My dad had other children that lived outside the home, but I didn't grow up with them.
Mhm.
My dad suffered from alcoholism and PTSD that he didn't know of, but he fought in the Vietnam War. There's a lot
Mhm.
of PTSD, and he was abusive towards my mom, physically and mentally abusive. And my mom, I think, had some abuse that she had never fully processed. And
Mhm.
then on top of that, the relationship with my dad
Sure.
caused her to become physically abusive and emotionally and mentally abusive towards me. And being the only child there, it's like I took the brunt of all of those things and myself. And so, um, I had grandparents that we were in close proximity to,
Mhm.
that I was close with,
Mhm.
but, I dealt with a lot when it came to at home.
Mhm.
Um, and then probably about 10 years ago, I was doing housework and all of a sudden I had memories rush back of being molested by my babysitter's grandson.
Mm. Mhm.
And I struggled with that because he's close in age to
Mhm.
me, and that went on for a few years, and I've since worked on that in therapy because I almost felt like I was complicit with what
Mm.
was going on.
Mhm.
So that was another thing that came up.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that with me. Really heavy stuff, but it sounds like you have some good support with your therapist. Yeah.
Mm.
You feel like you're doing some good work there?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Good. I'm glad that you have that support. Is there anything else that you feel like would be important for me to know before we go into the session?
Um, not that I can think of, not that I can think of.
All right. So you can keep your glasses on if you want, or you can take them off, whatever feels best for you.
Mm.
And I am going to ask you to look up as high as you possibly can, as if you're trying to look into your own eyebrows, keeping your eyes glued to a real or imagined spot overhead. Just breathe in and out. Take another deep breath. Breathe in and out. And each time you blink, that's hypnosis coming upon you. And just one final time, take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, just close your eyelids right down, all the way down. So every time I say the words, go deeper, you're just becoming more and more relaxed. So just one more time, go deeper, drift deeper, sink deeper, at least 100 times deeper. That's perfect, Margaret. You are responding perfectly, exactly as I knew you would, because I already know that you are incredibly open, receptive, and suggestible, and your mind is incredibly powerful. So now we are going to explore this part of you that doesn't believe you are worthy and deserving of good things. So I want you to just imagine that you've gone inside yourself, you've turned your eyes inward. You're still Margaret, but you're able to locate where you carry that part of you that came up with this belief that you are not worthy of and deserving of good things. This part of you thinks that it might have some useful role, function, purpose, and or intention in your life. So go ahead and scan your body. And when you notice where you carry that part of you, can you let me know where it's located?
Mm, in my in my head, in my thoughts,
Are you noticing any areas of tension in your body?
um, in my chest. I almost feel like it's a part of me.
Mm. It is a part of you for sure. Okay. If we were to give that part of you that doesn't believe you're worthy and deserving of good things, color, texture, shape, or size, what would it look like?
Um, right now it's dark. Um, it's just a dark, like, blob that I hear my voice coming from.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I want you to just see because you said yourself, it's a part of you, it's not all of you. But I want you to just see if in your mind's eye you can kind of separate yourself out from this dark blob. So you can kind of imagine that it's separate from you because we're going to talk to it. Let me know if you're able to do that.
Uh, I I I think so. I don't see it right now.
Okay. That's okay. How do you feel about this part of you that doesn't believe that you're worthy and deserving of good things? What emotions come up for you when you think about it?
I don't want it, but I don't know how to let go of it. I
Okay.
Maybe I'm afraid to let go of it.
Yeah. Here's what I know is that every part of you believes that it's doing something good for you, right? So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to this part of you and we're going to just see what does it believe that it's doing for you? Okay.
Mhm.
So, again, if you can, I want you to just try to separate out, or if you can't, that's okay. But we're going to ask this part of you What is your role in my life? Why are you here? Go ahead and ask it.
Protection.
What is it protecting you from? Go ahead and ask it. What are you protecting me from?
What are you protecting me from? Pain and disappointment.
Okay. And why do you need to do this? Go ahead and ask it.
Why do you need to do this? Because I always have.
All right. Perfect. I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in. You're doing great, Margaret. I want you to ask that part of you, what is your function in my life? How are you helping me?
What is your function in my life and how are you helping me? Just keep saying protection.
Okay. That's okay. And what are you protecting me from? Go ahead and ask it that.
And what are you protecting me from? Uh, Just just outside hurt
Mhm,
and pain, um,
mhm.
and disappointment.
Okay. All right. You're doing great. Take another deep breath in. Go ahead and ask that part of you, what is your purpose in my life?
What is your purpose in my life? It's not I'm not mm, it's I'm not hearing anything. I just feel like,
Mhm.
it's like trying to hold me or embrace me.
Mm, mhm, mhm. Okay. It's great. I want you to go ahead and take another deep breath in and ask it one more question. What is your only intention in my life?
What is your only intention in my life? Mm,
Just embracing you again.
mm,
I want you to ask that part of you, what would happen if I believe that I was worthy and deserving of good things?
what would happen if I believed I was worthy and deserving of good things? It just started to move away. It didn't say anything, but it just started moving away as if I wouldn't need it anymore.
Okay. I want you to ask it, how does it help me to believe that I'm not worthy and deserving of good things?
How does it help me to believe that I'm not worthy and deserving of good things? So I won't feel disappointment in not getting them.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
Um, to prevent the disappointment and to protect.
Right. I want you to take a deep breath in. And I want you to now ask that part, what was going on in my life when you first came into my life?
What was going on in my life when you first came into my life? Um, it's it's been there throughout my childhood to help protect and to protect when I didn't have anyone else.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, about how old were you when it came into your life?
Um, maybe 4 or 5. I can just see myself as a child, and I think I was about 4 or 5.
Yeah. And what was going on in your life during that time?
Um, I can just see myself kind of cowering in the corner, and the it's embracing me there.
Yeah. So beautiful.
I don't know what exactly was happening, but
Right.
I can tell that I was afraid.
Right. Right. So, Margaret, how do you feel about this now? Is it actually working for you to believe that you are not worthy and deserving of good things?
No, it doesn't, I don't have any comfort from believing that.
Right. Yeah. How is it getting in the way of the life that you really want to live?
I am very hesitant with doing things. I tend to overplan because if I'm planning, then I'm not doing.
Mhm.
Um, I have struggled with accepting love from my husband. Um, it's prevented me from trying things and exploring new things in the name of protection.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the beautiful thing. Can you see why you came up with this?
I can.
Right. How beautiful and amazing that at 4 or 5 years old, you created this part of you to protect you and comfort you because you weren't getting that from anyone else. I think that's beautiful. However, you're no longer 4 or 5 years old. And so while that part protected you and it comforted you for a really long time, you've grown up, you've changed, you've created a different life for yourself. But unfortunately, this part of you has not really grown up with you. It's still operating as if you were 4 or 5 years old. So I want you to just show me and tell me and this part, how are you different now than when you were 4 or 5 years old? What's different about your life? What's different about you?
I am able to speak up for myself. I have people who love me, who support me, and who emotionally support me. I feel safe at home. I have made choices that didn't go as I thought they would, and I've I've been okay with learning how to deal with disappointment, and I understand that that's just a part of life.
Right. Yeah, so we're showing that part. You're so different. Your life is so different. You're not dependent on the adults around you anymore. You're safe now. You have so much more wisdom and knowledge than you did when you were 4 or 5 years old, right?
Mhm.
I want you to ask that part, is it ready to leave you?
It is it's already stepping back or moving back.
Yeah. Okay. And I want you to ask this part, is there anything that it needs from you in order to feel safe enough to fully step back in your life? Anything that you can be doing on a regular basis or on the day to day to help it feel safe enough to leave?
Is there anything that I can do to help you feel safe with leaving? It just wants to make sure that I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Margaret, what I want to invite you to do is I want to just invite you to have a little conversation with this part. I want you to just let it know. Speak as if you're speaking directly to it. Let it know that you're okay.
I am okay. I have learned how to deal with disappointment and with hurt in a healthy way. I have loved ones surrounding me who support me, and I also am physically safe. I can advocate for myself and speak up for myself in a way that I am comfortable doing. And I also want to be able to live up to my full potential and not be held back due to irrational fears.
Right. Right. I want you to ask it, are you ready to allow me to believe that I am worthy and deserving of good things?
Are you ready to allow me to believe if I am ready and deserving of good things? It's it's nodding.
Okay. Right. Wonderful. I want you to go ahead and repeat after me. Thank you for helping me the way you did.
Thank you for helping me the way you did.
It's had a very powerful impact on my life.
You've had a very powerful impact on my life.
You've been keeping me safe for so many years,
You've been keeping me safe for so many years,
but now you're free to go.
but now you're free to go.
And I just want to give you a minute to see what you need to see, feel what you need to feel. Say anything else that you might need to say in order to fully let that part go. You can say it out loud, you can say it in your mind. And if you say it in your mind, just let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
Okay. Has that part gone?
Mhm.
How do you know? Does something feel different or
I don't see the I don't see it. I
right?
don't see the dark color. Um, I don't see it.
So I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in. So you just allow this new feeling to settle into your body. And I want you to call to mind that image of yourself at 4 or 5 years old when you first created this part. However she may look. And I want you to imagine yourself as the adult that you are now. Can you step into that scene and can you go over to that 4 or 5 year old version of you? And I want you to either get down if she's crouching down and cowering down, or just get on her level. And I want you to say anything and everything that that little girl needs to know. What does she need to hear from you as the adult that you are now?
It's okay, and it's not you. It's not you, it's not your fault, and it's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. You couldn't have done anything different. It's okay.
Yeah. I want you to go ahead. I want you to repeat after me. I am becoming a loving parent to you now.
I am becoming a loving parent to you now.
I love you exactly the way you are.
I love you exactly the way you are.
I love you completely and unconditional.
I love you completely and unconditionally.
I will always listen to you.
I will always listen to you.
You will always be safe.
You will always be safe.
You will always be significant.
You will always be significant.
You are enough.
You are enough.
You always have been and you always will be.
You always have been and you always will be.
You are worthy and deserving of good things.
You are worthy and deserving of good things.
Now I want you to picture that small child, the younger you, hovering just above your head. See them now slowly descending down, dropping down, merging into your body, merging into your heart, merging into your life now. You feel that child fully merged within you now. And you, Margaret, you are free now to be the person, the adult that you choose to be, believing that you are worthy and deserving of good things. And I want you to just take another deep breath in as you feel that child fully merging within you now. So, on the count of one, you're becoming more aware. On the count of two, you're aware of the room and the sounds around you. On the count of 3 and 4, you're taking in a deep breath. And on the count of 5, whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Welcome back. What was that for you?
Emotional.
Yes, absolutely. You did some really good deep work. You feel okay?
Mhm,
You sure?
mhm. Um, It's very it's very easy for me to talk about my experiences because I can talk about those things and control how much depth I let myself experience.
Mhm.
Um, and I haven't allowed myself to connect that deeply with me as in my childhood before.
Oh, I feel honored that you would allow yourself to go there with me. I really hope that it was helpful to be able to connect with yourself in that way, be able to reclaim your little one, and to be able to release that from from you, right?
Mhm,
To understand why you created it in the first place, which is like, oh, that little one so beautifully created something so you could have safety and comfort,
mhm,
right? How that worked for you and how that kept you safe for so many years.
mhm.
You're not 4 or 5 anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Anything else that you wanna share or anything else that you want me to know?
No, I just thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Please, please, please take good care of yourself this evening. And again, I appreciate you. I feel so grateful. It feels like an honor to have held this space for you. And I'll check in with you in a couple days, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Take care. First, I want to send a deep thank you to Margaret. It takes so much courage to let people in, especially when the story feels tender, raw, and still unfolding. What Margaret shared today brings voice to something so many of us carry but rarely name, that we want big things, but we don't always believe that we deserve them. That part of us holding us back isn't lazy or broken, it's protective. It says, don't get your hopes up. It says, you'll only be disappointed if you do. And somewhere along the way, that part became louder than our desires. So if you're listening and wondering why it's so hard to receive, or why you keep self sabotaging when things start to go well, this might be why. A few questions to sit with as you take this in. What have you been protecting yourself from by not fully believing you deserve good things? What would it feel like to trust that you are already worthy, even without proving, fixing, or earning it? What's one small way you could let yourself receive this week? And if this conversation stirred something in you and you're ready to explore the roots of your own patterns, I'd love to support you. You can find the link to book a connection call in the show notes or at shiftyourstorypodcast.com. I'm sending you so much love and gratitude. Until next time. Thank you so much for joining us today for this episode of the Shift Your Story, Change Your Life podcast. If today's conversation sparked something in you, I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to send me a message on social media. I'm at the Allie Rose on both Facebook and Instagram. And if you want to be coached on a future episode or explore what it would look like to work with me one-on-one, head over to shiftyourstorypodcast.com. And if you never want to miss an episode, make sure to subscribe and leave a rating and review. It helps more people find this work. Until next time, keep shifting, keep growing, and most importantly, I want you to remember that your story isn't set in stone. You always have the power to shift it.